Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a Boeing 737 pilot and a member of PMDG's tech team. In today's video, let's have a look at the different basic pushback options that we have available in GSX. GSX Professional, of course, since we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, let me start the video by just pointing out that in my first look, I had GSX insert some custom jetways over here, removing the standard jetways from the add-on scenery. Now, apparently there was a very easy fix for it that the developer Umberto pointed out below my video, in that there is a simple button which is pretty much self-explanatory in the FSDT Universal installer. So, in order to fix that problem, just go in config and then you will immediately see a button that you can disable jetway replacement for all third-party products. So it's a simple clicks of two buttons that's going to fix this. So yes, it certainly helps if you don't just start a video straight away, but instead have a look at your manuals and options first. So, that problem being sorted, we can see now we've got the default jetways again here in Cologne. Let's use this video to have a look at some of the default pushback options and the options to create our own pushbacks within GSX. Now, there will be config files provided by users in the hopefully not too far future, where users can share the config files that they have created, including custom pushbacks. But assuming that either we have none available quite yet at the moment where you want to do the pushback, or you might just have forgotten to install a custom file before actually starting, let's have a look at the different pushback options we have available in GSX. Now, we'll have to start this one by saying that GSX does take a little while to connect the pushback tuck and everything. So, in my opinion, it would still be possible to make some optimizations there in order to get everything going a little bit quicker. But I guess that's for a future update, and I'm going to definitely suggest this to the developers. So, let's get actually started and seeing what things look like. We're going to prepare our position for pushback and departure straight away over here. So, now, select the handling agent. We want VSAC handling, because that makes it easiest to explain the delay with the pushbacks. So now the handling agent starts to prepare our aircraft for the push.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, when you are ready for pushback, then kindly start preparing my aircraft. So, let's talk about it real quick. If you're somebody flying online on a network, or if you just want to do quick turnarounds, then it may be a good idea to request the pushback before you're actually completely ready in the flight deck. The good thing over here is that... Thank you. The good thing over here is that you can request the GSX pushback and have them do their preparations before the actual pushback procedure is going to start. So, this means that you can have them prepare everything, and only then when you're done request pushback from air traffic control in order not to create too much delay.
Locking gear.
Come on, hurry up down there. Thank you. Alright, so here's our possibilities. Of course, we can always do the standard nose left and nose right pushbacks, which is going to push us right onto the yellow taxiway line behind us, with the nose pointing either to the left or the right as applicable. Now, that's the easiest option for you, and if you don't have any complicated pushbacks, then that is the option that I would always be using. However, let's quickly look at a different situation here. Let's say air traffic control would ask us to push onto a different taxiway into a custom position and so on. So we can see we've got a blue line up here on the apron. I hope that you can actually see this properly in the video. So we've got a blue line up here, then we've got a standard taxiway line, and then we've got an orange line up here. So let's say our traffic controller pushes our pushback onto the blue or the orange line. Now, in this case, if you have a third-party config file for Cologne, then your pushback options will hopefully include a pushback onto either of the lines already. But let's say you don't have that, so we'll actually have to create our own pushback here. And that can be done very easily right from within the simulator. We go on quick edit pushback, and now we're basically brought to the drone camera, and we can set up our custom pushback here. Note that this has already pre-saved my last experiment trying around with this, so this has already pre-saved a custom pushback onto the blue line. But what if we wanted to actually change this? By default, GSX is very sensitive in its settings, but if you just hold the shift key, then you can actually change things around a little bit quicker. So let's say we wanted to push onto the orange line. Then we could easily set our aircraft over here. And when that is done, we have the option to insert custom waypoints for the pushback. So for example, in here we can say we've got our position number 1, which we can change over here. So let's say I want this position, or I want this waypoint beyond the red line, so just a straight push within those red lines. Now from here we're going onwards, and we can select further options if we like to. However, for this very pushback, I'm happy with just something like this. So let's say waypoint number 1 is going onto the blue line. Then we'll take a second waypoint in here. For example, like this. And now we have our pushback onto the orange line. So that's basically how easy it is to set up a custom pushback with GSX. When you're done with everything, hit the enter key.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, release park and brake. So park and brake is released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start engine.
Alright, so now we're going to start our pushback, and they are going to push us exactly along the line that we have just drawn. So this is how easy it is to actually set up a custom pushback using the in-game menu within GSX. I have to say, I really missed this functionality ever since I have quit flying on a prepared but started using Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, Toolbar Pushback offered something a little bit similar to it, but nonetheless, I have to say that Toolbar Pushback couldn't hold up to the options that we have available in GSX over here. Now, it would be nice if we could insert some custom waypoints, for example, at the red line over here, where our ground is actually going to clear us for our engine start, because obviously we're not allowed to start the engines while we're on the stand. Would be nice to have some options like this. Maybe that is something for a future update. Most certainly I'm going to suggest it to Umberto in the support. So right now we're starting our turn onto the orange line over here. Our ramp agent's taking a careful look that we are not running our wingtip into anything.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Alright, so now they are waiting for us to confirm that we have 2 good engine starts, and that is going to complete the pushback procedure. Now, let's assume that we have 2 good starts, so over here, of course, the program is checking, did you actually start your engines? So if we did, then we could just confirm it over here, Then they would disconnect the pushback equipment and we could prepare our aircraft for taxi. So that's how you do the quick push in GSX. Note that it is saving the last quick option that you have selected, so next time we're parking on this gate over here, we will be suggested this automatically saved quick pushback position straight away again. This shall conclude this video. I hope that you have found this one interesting. I most certainly did, and I'm very happy to see that we are getting all this custom pushback functionality back with GSX. You will have noticed over my past couple of live streams that pushback has become a little bit of a pain ever since I had to quit using toolbar pushback. So I'm very happy to see that GSX is able to provide those. Thank you very much for that, Umberto and FS Dream Team. And finally, let me know what you think about this. Do you like the new pushback options that we have available in GSX, and do you think there could be anything done a little bit better? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, leave a like into the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you really want to support the channel, I would always appreciate a donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link that you can find in the video description below. Until then, thank you very much for joining, and I'm looking forward to see you all again, hopefully very soon.